Welcome back from the break. You're still on Books and Blogs. We are reviewing the Immigrant cocktail by Shigo. So first part, we got to know and understand what happens out there from our three panelists' experiences, one in America, in London, Russia, Italy, and where else? London, and God knows where else, Tony. But let's get now to the characters of this book. The girlfriends, the way you put these girls together, very, very different, each very different personalities. They were there for each other, because I was reading it with this expectation of this thing will break at some point, but to the end, they stuck together. That was beautiful for me. In as much as they were all different, especially this girl, Rita, when she got into this terrible relationship and Esther now started to be the one helping her out. That was wow, because I didn't expect that to happen. But in terms of how you profiled your characters, because ordinarily what would happen in a friendship that has like lots of women in it, there's a lot of, you know, yes, friction, strife, and those little cliques in this whole big group of friends. How did yours just stick together?
That was actually quite deliberate, because that, in my experience, that's how the relationships used to work there. Even me, the friends I made, I think you just made a friend and made that friend to the end. Yeah. Because I think, again, I guess that's the advantage in over there, is that some things stop looking that important. E.g.? Like, where are you prettier than me? Oh, you know,
so the pettiness is not there.
Yeah, you know, there are more important things to worry about than, you know. And I made friends. Okay. Actually, one of the characters, although not to a T, is based on one of my friends. Okay. Yeah, but her, she didn't become a prostitute there. She was always one, and she showed me a lot of dark London, which I think also is very important. It was very important for me to experience that side of, you know, London. You know, those underground parties, they're actually real. I don't know whether they're there now, so please, the British police, don't come for me. I don't know whether they're there.
Information.
You know, I don't have it. I don't remember London anymore. But anyway, a lot of things used to happen, and I'm sure the authorities were aware of that as well. But I think she was one of my most important people there. Because also she was very real. If you wanted to hear an opinion, that's the person you go to. Yes. And I think if I was here in probably my high horse situation, I'd not have thought of being like really good friends with a prostitute, because you know, beneath me and all that. Yes. And then you go there, you're like, you know what? You're actually just two human beings who breathe, who you have the same problems, you probably have the same dreams. It's just that you're going through it different ways. And you need each other. But friendships, I think they tend to last. They tend to go through difficult times easier than here. Yeah, that in my experience. Okay. So that was quite deliberate.
But do those friendships last? Like when you all come back home?
I came back home, I kept in touch with like that one for only 2 years, and then she disappeared. So I don't know where she is anymore. Okay. Yeah, so she's not even on social media, so I don't even know whether she's dead or not. You know, it's one of those things. I think about her a lot, but it's like no trace whatsoever. Wow. Maybe so you don't even know whether deported. I don't know, but if she was deported, that, you know, she'd have got in touch with me. I would hope so. But she just went. She just disappeared from the face of the earth. Okay.
Alan, are friendships meaningful in America amongst people of the same?
Yeah, they're meaningful because these countries have a way of letting you know that at the end of the day, you're Kenyan more than anything else. True. When you walk in Nairobi, people are so particular about very stupid things. Your tribe, your clique. Once you land in America, you need people for things. That's what I can say. You need people. You need to know if anything goes down, I'm going to have Tony's number. I can call on Tony to check up on him so that I know, so that he knows if anything happens to me, I've been checking up on him. So he can always, those friendships are meant to be like that. And that is why you find community living is very convenient abroad. Now, Kenyans take it to another level. Like I said, we have tribal cocoons all over the place. Minnesota is known for a certain group. Houston, I remember someone once said, there's somebody who just landed in America, and then somebody was being told, are you in the welfare society? I mean, who has ever been in a welfare society? And then she said no. But then the justification was so weird. Do you know if you die, who will take you back to Kenya? I'm thinking, please, if you die, you're dead. So you find we take it to another level. I don't know what is something about us that's different from everybody else. When I lived in Texas, I ended up having a Vietnamese roommate, an American roommate, and a South African roommate, a Zimbabwean roommate. People come into your life, and the only thing that you know about them is they're human beings.
Wow.
That's all that matters. And it becomes very strong. And that is why a lot of people come back to Kenya and they get lost. Because all of a sudden somebody is worried about something that to you never mattered.
Trivial.
Exactly, very trivial.
Yeah.
You met some, even white people, you make friends just because they're humans and different. And some of them are attracted to you because of the difference. Just because you're different. And that is now the antidote to that racism we're talking about. That's the other side of that. One or two will just be your friends or be interested in you just because you're this African and they'll ask you, why would you leave your country? Then you ask yourself, why wouldn't I leave my country?
Wow. So
Like one of my best friends in London was a Chinese guy.
wow.
That simple.
Yeah.
So you treat people as human beings as opposed to what I find happens here a lot is I'm your friend because of who you are and what you can give me or the connections you can, but out there what I'm hearing...
You just need somebody to watch your back.
Yeah, I think it's survival. You see, people have the luxury.
Yeah.
They have that luxury of friendship, like she was saying. It's, to worry about who is prettier, who is richer, who is doing better.
Yeah.
Who has a cool
better
boyfriend,
car.
who has the better car, who is buying
Just
property.
vanity.
Even
vanity.
those charmers and so on.
Yeah.
But like they're saying, out there it's like survival. Yeah. It's almost like that war camaraderie. Yeah, because you're together. The good example I can give, maybe people can relate to here, is like where you see Nigerian guys. There are 6 of them living like in one flat.
Yes.
Yeah, and they are very together.
Yeah.
Or Congolese, those band guys.
Yes.
Yeah, they band together and they're just together.
to.
Yeah? In Congo they are creating war. Yeah, they'll find out, oh, you are from that tribe for Mobutu.
Yeah.
Us, we are these guys for Kabila.
But when they
Kabila.
come here, they're together. So that's I like that
Because-
example. The thing I didn't find in your book, and of course, you're a storyteller, so you have every right to your story, and he picked it up, is when someone dies, the process of bringing that body back home or even informing, who does that? Is it the government, the embassy, your friends?
Usually, well, I guess the government would do it if they got your country right.
Oh my goodness.
That's the whole thing, because like I don't really saw that part of the people who say they're Somali but they're Kenyan,
Yes,
that kind of thing. So you might die and your passport says country of origin is Somalia. What are they gonna call in Somalia? And you come from, Jamachoge, kwenu kunaitwa?
So what happens to the
huko.
body?
So what are you gonna call? So anyway, friends do that.
Friends.
Usually it's a friends thing.
Really?
I mean, the Kenyan Ministry of Foreign Affairs need to do a lot about diplomatic embassies abroad. There's just a high level of either mistrust or these embassies mean nothing to Kenyans.
But they mean nothing.
Yes, because ideally, when someone arrives here, they go to their embassy to register, especially Europeans, and then they start inviting them to the meetings, and then you see them in all these embassies' residences. When you arrive, if you go to the Kenyan embassy in Washington, D.C., and you say you've arrived, it's like going to Nyayo House to ask for directions. I mean, there's no that, oh, here's a Kenyan coming to the embassy, hi, where are you staying? If anything happens, you can call. So, no, they don't have that. And it replicates itself all over. I mean, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has a long way to go to show. Maybe athletes get better treatment. I don't know, because they win marathons all over. I don't know.
No,
but the average
no,
Kenyan...
athletes don't get better treatment. During 2016 Olympics, they sent them to stay in favelas, which are like slums. This is where they are.
But I'm just giving you an example of a Frenchman arriving in Nairobi. To him, it's so important to register at the French embassy, attend French community events, create visibility in the French community. Now, you do the same with us. I mean, some of our embassies, you just walk in and you just you have that deja vu
lost,
feeling.
yeah.
Bima House. You know,
Yeah,
you feel like,
you need to run.
whoa, Jogo House. You know, they've not really. They don't even look like they're out of the country.
So what happens when you need to renew your passport?
Very good question.
I did have to renew mine when I was there, and I think by that time, I was lucky because I had already started sort of making my name because of writing. So I had interviewed several of those people. So it wasn't hard for me, but still, even that time, you're thinking they could be much easier because, you know, the same.
So in America, what happens then?
No,
There's a time you had to there's a time you had to send your documents by DHL, and that was a requirement. And sending it by DHL, believe it or not, was one of the craziest things you could do. I remember when I had to renew my passport, it was much better for me to arrange my own transport. And remember, the consulate is in Los Angeles, the embassy, the High Commission is in Washington, D.C. You have a better chance of driving yourself to Washington, D.C., getting what you want, than trusting that someone will receive the package and handle it as required. I don't know, there's just something about the way they do things that is so local.
Why didn't Esther marry Mr. Abemu? That would have been my idea.
I know you love romantic
No.
stories.
Thank you. Please, no. Thank God
Why
she
not,
did not.
Alan? Why not?
Or why- I mean, why does she have to meet a rich Nigerian? Can she meet a rich Kenyan?
I mean, I didn't care what nationality she's
No.
from. The guy
What?
treated her so well. She felt like a lady again. Why not just marry this guy and just drop all that just nonsense?
Felt
that
like
she
a
was-
lady again because he was rich. And he was moving up and down.
But
And he was not around.
rich.
He's comfortable.
No, but he's already labeled him. He's a pimp. He's not the type that
Yeah,
marries like your Kenyan
exactly.
daughter.
Actually, I found Shiko's book a bit too soft there.
Yeah.
Where?
It's very gully, like the rich Nigerian guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was he called? That today he's treating her like
Abemu.
a gentleman.
Abemu.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's treating her like a gentleman and all. That's not. I found it unrealistic.
And I found out later, he was a
That's
pimp. He
not-
was also a pimp.
He wasn't a pimp.
No, I just discovered later. My own.
How did
it's
you
not, it's not in
discover
the book.
later?
He was a pimp.
Hold on a minute.
There's no difference between Abemu and Peter.
No.
It's not written. I just discovered it.
Yeah, it's like you don't want to write about like bad men.
Yeah.
Listen,
Those
it's
are-
the boys with the problem. It's the
Those
boys
are-
with the
yes,
problem.
those are-
listening, I'm
yes,
listening.
yes. Those are bad men. Eh? Even Peter was at.
There's some
he
very
was active-
classy Nigerian men.
Yes, yes, I'm sure.
Abemu
there.
is one of
Yes.
them.
But within the societal context where he meets this lady who's a toilet lady in
Yeah.
all effect, but then she has become one. Eh?
Yeah.
However much she's the heroine of the book.
Yeah.
Amekuwa langa.
Liranga,
Yes,
sema
she's
kuna-
a langa. And then
Who's this,
it's
Esther?
Yes,
Oh,
Esther.
her,
At
yeah.
that point, then you want to bring in this Richard Gere-ish fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, you know, the tattoo with the golden heart.
Yeah.
Usually didn't work like that.
Yeah.
Because these people are usually
No,
ruthless,
it
man.
works
Oh,
like that.
no.
That was the light in this
Peter-
book.
He was supposed to clean up Peter
Yes.
so that Esther can get married to Peter, and then they come back to Kenya and then introduce himself.
Ah.
Clean him up.
Who
He
was
doesn't
meant
have
to clean up Peter?
the author.
No.
I don't know they finished my book.
Yeah,
for me.
They have finished your
yeah.
There's a sequel. What should it be like,
Abemu
Alan?
is a pimp, Peter gets cleaned up, born again Christian comes back to
But
Kenya.
this is the
And
thing,
marries Esther.
And they live happily ever
Those
after.
are
in Nairobi.
those are the
I liked
stereotypes.
Peter actually. He was
I liked
giving
him
the
too.
girls a
Those are the
break.
I didn't like
stereotypes. Actually, you
Peter.
try
Yes,
to-
he was giving girls a break.
I never
Yes.
liked Peter
Yes.
whatsoever.
Yes, she painted a very
Okay.
handsome Nigerian.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's in the oil, whatever.
In an
But-
extramarital affair.
Exactly.
He's
a lot of
Muslim, he's allowed to have four
extramarital
wives.
No,
affairs.
extramarital affair, not marriage.
But he proposed to marry her
he was
anyway.
married.
After he's ready the train to the last stop. Now is when you're proposing for marriage.
So
But he was so
Why?
committed to her.
Yes.
He wanted to be with her anytime he's in
trying to
London.
hold
Peter
by
was
the way. I just want you guys to
Peter
focus
was
on-
ready to
Why
change
can't-
for Esther. He wouldn't
he
get a
wasn't.
chance.
No.
What gave you that impression?
He
Oh,
comes
it's
back.
like
He
the
tries to bring him
sequel.
back. He tries
So
to
you
bring him-
wanted Esther to like, you know, like grovel for Peter.
Yeah, because there's no
yeah.
there's no strong there's no good story about a Kenyan man in this book. Michael is
Peter is not
suffering and
Kenyan.
struggling.
Yes.
Moses was left I don't know where, I mean, Rita's husband is a loser, Jonah, right?
Yes.
Where is the Kenyan man who progresses so that he can be,
But
he
you
can
got
sweep a lady
Michael.
off the feet? Yeah?
Well, you got
But there's no
Michael.
Kenyan man
I
who's
think Michael
progressing.
But Michael is
awesome.
being done a favor.
Michael
Michael
got
is
better.
getting-
Michael got better.
Michael was pathetic.
Or because of Esther.
Michael,
or
I
Esther
didn't like
cleaned
him.
up, right?
He was just pathetic.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it was a bit unrealistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way you just sort of like you
This
clean,
book has
you
is
clean
missing
up the
50
wrong
pages.
man.
This book is what?
It's missing 50 pages.
What,
yeah.
what would be in those 50 pages?
It's just a wonderful
We need
Peter
to
back.
chat Peter.
You wanted Peter to be cleaned up, come to Kenya, get married,
Not
get
even
kids.
come to Kenya. Let
What?
him be now the guy who now changes for the better, who can attract a woman into marriage. It doesn't have to be a mysterious Nigerian who flies in and out.
But what
and
issues to
collects
why
women.
Peter who's white as opposed to Nigerian?
Say that again?
Peter is white, no?
No. Peter
No,
is a
Peter is-
Kenyan.
is
It's
Kenyan.
Charlie,
Kenyan.
and then Charlie is a divorced guy who can
Who's
sweep
the
you off
pimp?
feet because of his height.
Peter.
Peter
Peter is a
is
pimp.
a pimp.
Yeah,
The
a very
guy-
gentle
The Kenyan pimp.
Yeah, like
He's
like
Kenyan.
Yes, yes.
He's
like-
not British.
Oh, Peter.
Hey.
Peter
Yes,
is
yeah,
the
Peter is
Kenyan
Kenyan.
pimp.
Yes.
There you go. Now you see my point.
Introduce it.
That is what I'm
No, wait,
talking
let me
about.
first
Yes.
get over the shock
Thank
of,
you.
I thought
Yes.
Peter is white.
No.
No. Peter is no way.
Peter is a Kenyan
Peter just
pimp.
likes
the guy
Peter
who
likes
was-
white colors. There's a
likes
lot,
the
he likes
color
he
white.
likes white, and she makes it
He
seem
loves
very
white.
easy.
Peter,
loves
the
white.
guy who gave Esther like more money than he'd ever given.
Yes,
yes.
Peter is Kenyan.
Yes.
Kenyan.
But everything in
Very
his house is white.
unrealistic, yes. And
Wait,
it gives
what
us
is-
70
he's white.
70,000 pounds.
Oh, no wonder. Now you see my point. So you also want
I
Peter
also
to
want
get
to
married.
challenge
Then in
the
that
author.
case, Peter
Right.
should
I
have
want to-
married
I want to-
Esther
That's what
if he's
I'm saying.
Kenyan.
I want
Oh, look.
Wait.
Come
Oh,
on.
no.
You
You get what I'm
are
saying.
all
There
racist.
is my
At
point.
this point,
No.
all of you are
You
true.
finally saw the light.
What do you
That's
say
what's
call
missing.
people who favor country risks?
And why does he
No, I thought Peter is white. That's why I
No.
was like disgusted. Why do you want Peter to come back to Kenya?
No.
But if Peter is Kenyan,
Yes.
then the two should have
That's my
gotten
point.
You
married.
guys, you're being
We are together.
romantic.
I'm with you on that.
Yes.
You big romantic.
I'm
Say,
with
oh,
you.
this
But why
is
would
gonna
Esther
work.
fear Peter anyway?
Why
Because
would
Because
Because
he's a
he's a
Kenyan
pimp.
man.
No, because he's a pimp.
In
But
this
he
book-
saved
in this
her
book-
life. The truth was, you're using him as a convenient. It didn't work. Eh?
Yes.
I didn't buy it. That's why none of us is buying that he's a bad guy. Exactly. Because you're using him.
Did I ever say my Peter is a bad guy?
in the sense of Esther feared him.
Yes.
Yes.
And you're using him to rescue. In fact, it's very cliche. Yeah? So this girl, she has to use her body. This is a very bright girl.
Yeah.
But finally, and maybe it happened for real.
Oh,
over
it
there.
happens a lot,
One of-
trust
yes,
me, yeah.
Yes. So she has to use her body to even get out of that life of economic sort of like slavery. Yeah. But you work too hard to make him seem like a bad guy that is detached. Whatever.
Where did I
Yes.
miss the fact that
Yes.
Peter is Kenyan?
No, Peter
It's
is
because of
Kenyan.
the whiteness.
It's because the
She
author
kept
did not
trying to
create
say,
a Kenyan
he likes white,
hero.
he likes white. So white gets into your
But how
head.
did you know he's Kenyan? Is it
May I
written?
read it?
It's written. It's
It's
written somewhere.
It's written.
I-
And
I-
he's
Like
the one who
once.
welcomes all
Yeah.
Kenyan women
Yes.
who come to London.
Well,
And
about
he
80%
keeps
of them.
Yeah. He's the one who picks them
It's
up.
so it's so cryptic. It's cryptic. Even
Yeah.
I was like, I had to go back.
Yeah.
Because
I
I was like,
missed
this
that.
guy even.
No, you missed it. He's Kenyan.
Like a,
Yeah.
He's Kenyan.
like a
Then
navy.
in that
So
case,
in the sequel, we need to sit down, the three of us.
there's
four of
50
us.
more pages.
50 pages are missing here.
Because then in
But
that
seriously,
case, yeah.
Yeah, because Peter should be cleaned up
But
as a
those
Kenyan
things
guy.
happened. That is actually my point. Those things happened and they happen.
Well, yeah, they
Yeah.
do. We already
Yeah.
figured that out in
And
part.
I know at this point, you just don't like Abemu because he's Nigerian. You'd have wanted the...
Yeah, the boys have an issue because he's
Yeah.
Nigerian. I personally don't.
We don't have an issue with that he's Nigerian. We have an issue with the fact that how come you never see the Kenyan man coming out, overcoming things,
But I
becoming the
thought
good guy?
actually
Why is it the
Michael-
Why can't you have a Kenyan man who travels from Nairobi every week
Michael
to
did.
London?
Michael
But
was the guy
Michael was
who...
the guy we were building because he
who
was
got
down
redemption.
there.
No, Michael.
But
Yeah,
Michael is in
that
cruise
guy.
control to the end. No one marries him. The book ends. Michael is still around.
Yeah, because...
He is still around. The way they keep Kenyan men around, like
Yeah.
the lady can keep you. You don't know where you're going, but you're just around. Michael, by the time this book ends, page 189, Michael is sitting on a couch or smoking on a balcony.
Which is what happens a lot of times.
Which is what Kenyan men go
I'm
through.
sure you guys
Which
don't
is what
do that.
Kenyan men go through.
Okay, what do Kenyan men go through?
What
Alan?
Kenyan men go through this? If a Nigerian shows up here, you will not vet him. He's just a Nigerian. Oh, let me go with him. You get a baby, the guy disappears, but you had a baby with a Nigerian. If a Kenyan guy comes around, you want to vet him. You want to give him a hard time.
Yeah.
You want to take him around. You want to confuse him.
But you do that with the people
Kizungu
you
zungu.
love.
No. Someone shows up with a funny accent in here. You want to give him a chance. But the Kenyan guy, remember the story ends with a guy on a balcony smoking. I don't know what he's smoking, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't see the progression. The Kenyan boy child is not allowed to progress, even in books.
I think Michael really
No,
I
I
think.
you bought into exactly what.
Let somebody
what
marry
Alan
him.
is saying.
Let somebody marry him. A
The
Kenyan girl.
Nigerian guy is always there. He's just there like he's a mystery man.
Yes.
Yeah, he has a funny accent. He has an exotic story.
Yeah. And he's very rich.
Like a fairy tale somewhere in the head.
Yeah.
Whether he's rich or not is usually somewhere.
Let me tell you.
Maybe he's doing wash to say. So what ends up happening is like you say, they are not vetted.
There you go.
Yeah. But the Kenyan guy is like almost like, you know, like FBI,
Yeah.
KGB.
Exactly.
Yeah, they call it,
You know, everything.
Like,
Kenya Land Commission,
Yes,
Kenya
yeah.
Power.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. Kenya Power.
I need to write a power book for the Kenyan, but
Please.
I have
Yeah,
been
That is a
challenged.
very big
I have
hole in this
been
book.
call it local.
You think
It's
it's a
a
hole?
terrible hole. No,
think
no,
a
I'm
local
serious.
call
It's a
it
terrible, terrible.
boy child.
No, what happened to Jonah? What happened to Jonah in the story? Okay, he gets a baby with Rita and just gets thrown out. This guy is useless. You get a baby with somebody who you then consider to be useless.
They were not in love, so they needed to rescue each other.
Then don't get a baby. Then that baby will be confused.
people
It was
do
a
that
baby
all the
out of, you know,
time.
like just
But people do
convenience
that
or
all the
whatever.
time. They get babies with people they don't love, though.
Yeah. So her friends came to rescue Rita,
Yeah.
and Jonah was happy.
No, you don't know if Jonah was happy.
It's in the
He
book.
was.
No.
It's in the book.
No. You should have had somebody sit down with Jonah, ask him, are you happy? We didn't have that in the book.
Oh my goodness, this conversation will not end. But guess what? Shiko, you're giving away this book.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Is there anything you want the viewers to do in order to win the book? And you can tell them.
Because I think I'll let my co-writer for the sequel.
50
The sequel code?
The guy is going to finish the 50 pages. But how do you do this?
Yeah, what do you want them to say?
Can they text something, Kitabu to 33?
No. They will have to tweet off using the hashtag KTN Life&Style, but what are they tweeting? What do you want them to say, for example?
What do I want?
Test them on Nairobi cocktail.
Maybe they should say that they love me.
Yeah.
Wow.
We can say the first 4 tweets
Okay.
to do with the book.
Okay.
Get
So the first 4 tweets
Yes.
to do with the book.
Life is better abroad.
Okay. Life is better abroad.
Yeah.
You want them to.
You
I
can
don't
say,
want them to
you
know
don't have to
that.
agree.
Okay.
You can say
Life
it's
is
better.
not better.
It's better or worse. You can
Or you
trade.
say, I don't know.
Give an
Okay,
opinion.
We come with
Okay, actually, I like that. So give an opinion from the conversation you've had today
yes,
on whether life is better here or abroad.
the
your
first 4 tweets.
The first 4 tweets.
Okay.
Okay, so you had that. Hashtag KTN Life&Style, hashtag books and blogs. So you've had everything. From America to Italy to Russia to London to here in some of us in Nairobi. To Nigeria, Abemus, those pro Abemus, those pro Michaels
Yes.
and, you know, or pro
pro
Peters.
Peters.
Is life better in Kenya or in London, abroad, diaspora, anywhere?
Diaspora.
Yes.
Yeah, he said even Congo is diaspora.
Even Congo is diaspora. So Fungua Roho, let us know. And then the first 4 people to have that conversation with us get to win a copy of this book. There's only 4 to give away. So it's a really, really exciting book. I know the ladies will be, they'll warm up to Abemu because the way he's been described, oh my goodness, I was heartbroken that he didn't get to marry Esther. I said, that's the only place she's let me down. Esther didn't marry Abemu. I know Alan is like rolling his eyes thinking, what on earth
Good
is
things
she?
happen
like,
to
thank
good.
God.
Good things happen to good people sometimes.
So is there going to be a sequel, Shiko?
Well, if they write the sequel,
There'll be one.
yeah,
There'll be one.
because you know what?
You
I
write
don't-
the sequel and
I
we
don't-
come
I
back.
don't even think this conversation should ever end.
No.
We need to thump it into
Yeah.
people until
They
they
get
know
it.
that it's not. It's okay to go there, and it's okay not to have it right. But don't go with that mindset of like, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's hard here too, but it's not easy. And
Yeah.
it might be harder because you got your mom here, you call her mother, nitumie tu kangiri. You know, that kind of thing. Okay, by the way, people don't give each other money. There's no money to give.
There's no
M-Pesa. There's no M-Pesa. There's no money to give.
Okay.
It's
I
like
think so,
budget
yeah.
iko tight sana. So it's good to go out there.
Yeah.
There are people who've made it really. They are
good
amazing,
stories,
rich
yeah.
businessmen and professionals
Yeah.
abroad. but that's a small percentage.
Yeah.
And if you go there with, you know, like, okay, let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
But don't go there thinking that life is now better, just the way I loved it.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
put it in a different way. Don't trash your country and
Oh,
use
yes.
that as a reason to go to another
Oh,
country
yes.
thinking you get a better life. The reason why we go there is because those people love their country.
Yes.
We don't love our country enough to stay here and make
stay
something
here.
out of it.
I hear you. I mean, this conversation is endless, but you have to end it. So yeah, so better home, better abroad, let us know so you get to win a copy of this book. Thank you so much, gentlemen and lady, for being on this show. Wow, it heated up when it was ending, but it was really
I was
good.
trying not to talk, but it's so hard.
Yeah,
You're right.
but the book is a yeah for me. For you, Tony?
Yes, definitely. I'm sitting next to the author.
So it's a yeah for you.
Next week.
It's a yeah for you. Alan, for you?
Capital Y-E-A-H. Yeah.
Awesome. With a sequel somewhere in the works. Somewhere,
Correct.
someday, sometime. Thank you so
American
much.
version.
Yeah. Okay. So we wrap this now. Thank you for watching. Have a pleasant day.